What up, y'all? Sorry I haven't done a video in a few days. The Michael Myers one I might just either postpone, I'll just do it randomly one day. Because I want to get to these videos. But today is another Jet Li. This is a video I should have did yesterday. But I just forgot, so we'll do it today. I got two planned videos. God fucking damn plane. Give me a second. God damn it. Right when I'm about to film. So, anyway, sorry about that. I got something out. But, I got two videos planned today. It'll be this one, or if not, the second one. If I don't do it today, I'll definitely do it tomorrow morning. I'm going to be doing this one. We're continuing on with my Jet Li movies. We're reviewing the movie War. Came out in 2007, or I think in other places it was called Rogue Assassin. But we're reviewing that, and then later we're going to continue on with the Rocky movies. I got like 4 more to do. I just finished Rocky 5 about 10-15 minutes ago. And I guess I could do a quick summary before I do the whole review later. It's not great. It's definitely a step down to the first 4, but I think some people overly beat up on it. Like, it's not the greatest thing in the world. But that's when I get to that video. So that'll be later tonight or tomorrow morning. But I will do it tonight. Fuck it. But continuing on with my Jet Li series, I've been having fun reviewing Jet Li movies this past month. And I reviewed another one. The one I haven't watched in years. I think I remember seeing like a trailer for it because this came out in 2007. And it stars Jet Li and Jason Statham. It has a pretty good cast. You have Jason Statham, Jet Li, you have Luis Guzman as kind of like the humor. Just in general, pretty good film. I really like the premise. They make you think Jet Li's like the bad guy, and obviously the twist in the end is really good. The fighting is good. Jason Statham, who's like kind of like the real main character, it is really good. You know, they reunited because remember they did the one together 6 years before this. So I had fun with this film. It's definitely not one of my favorites. It's good, but it's not like up there with like Fearless, The One, Hero, you know, stuff like that. I enjoyed this one. I think this is a fun little action movie from the mid-aughts. Kind of just missed that. Like, you don't have to be amazing. Just be a fun little action flick in mid-2000s and just, you know. This is when Jason Statham was kind of getting big. I think he already had done the first Transporter, or he was about to do the second one of the two. And then he'd done Crank, I think, by this point, too. He'd done a few. So, but I will around enjoy this film. And then, like I said, later tonight, Rocky 5. Tomorrow will be Rocky Balboa, or Rocky 6. And then Thursday and Friday, I'll be doing Creed 1. And then we're going to round out the Rocky series finally on Friday with Creed 2. So that'll be, the rest of this week will be pretty much Rocky videos. So yeah, to kind of finish off the franchise. But other than that, I'm going to get started on this review. So I definitely would recommend it, though, just to see Jet Li kick ass and Jason Statham kick some ass. Get some cool little action scenes. It's only like an hour and 40 minutes, I think. So it goes by really quick. It's not like the greatest movie in the world, but alright. So this movie opens up. We get this kind of cool little opening with Jason Statham's character, FBI agent, John Crawford, and his partner, Tom Lone, who's his partner. They're investigating the Yakuza, and this is set in San Francisco. So we get this kind of cool little action sequence in the beginning I can understand. I think not a criticism, but I can see some people not liking it. It has these weird like super cuts where they like have these like really kind of quick cuts, and it you just got to remember a lot of movies, especially action films, because you got to remember this is the post-born era. You got a lot of those super cuts in movies, even in like some comic book movies at the time. You kind of got that, so it's one of those things. This is gonna have it, so if it bothers you, that's yeah. So they stumble across Rogue, who works for the Yakuza, and Lone is about to kill. So we get a cool little action sequence between Rogue, who is Jet Li. You don't know though; you just see a guy in a mask. You have a cool action scene. He's about to kill John. Then Tom Lone saves him and kills him, seemingly kills him, but the body's never found. Now we jump, I think, a few years later. Um, Lone and Crawford are having a phone call, about like inviting him into the game and stuff. And you could tell at this point Crawford has like an injured arm, so him and his wife are heading over there. Who I'll admit, if you the one kind of negative I guess, is you could write his wife out of the movie. She's just there to admonish him. Like, she's just there to be like, why aren't you doing this right? Like, you didn't need her. You could have honestly just had him be a single dude. It really wouldn't have made a difference. So, if you want, like, a negative, like, there's just moments in the movie, like, she'll just shit on him. Like, later in the film, I guess I'll do a quick. I'm not going to go into it too much, but just a quick. There's a scene between the two later in the film. Like, she's mad he's investigating his friend's murder, so it's like, why? One, he's an FBI agent. Of course, he's gonna invest in like. And they even mentioned, "Oh, it cost us our marriage," and they were. Oh, that's all she was there for. Like, you could have written for me. And she's like only in like 2 scenes, 3 scenes if you count the one at the beginning. Then there's another scene in the middle, and then I think one more. But you could have written her out of the movie. So that's my only like negative, and it's a minor one. So while this is happening, a gunman shows up, seemingly kills Lone's wife and daughter, and then seemingly kills Lone. And then the house burns down, and then Crawford shows up and looks and finds a certain bullet that is the one used. I think they do a really good job of like misdirection, because we have Triad boss Lee Chang, played by John Lowe. You might recognize Lee Chang as if you watch Rush Hour 2, he was Ricky Tan in that. He pretty much looks the same. And Rush Hour 2 was like 6 years after this. 6 years before this. So it's crazy how much he looks pretty much similar. Almost pretty much playing a similar character. So he's working for Rogue. This is where we're introduced to Jet Li's Rogue. Really cool scene. You just see him get his guns, just get all his shit. And then the Yakuza is led by Shiro. Yeah, I can't even say his name. And then he starts like while this is all happening, Rogue's doing his own thing. It starts like a war, because he has one of the guys he's working with, who works for Lee, has a brother, and his brother obviously gets dropped. There's a scene where his Lee tells him like, get rid of him. Like, obviously you can't work with us anymore. And I'm gonna say it. Obviously, Jet Li, it's misdirection. I'll just kind of spoil it, but Jet Li does play a good bad guy. I actually really do think that. Like, he makes it seem like. And then another actor you'll recognize in this movie is a guy, the guy he played Han in the Fast movies. Yes, Sung Kang. He's Han. So that's what he's most known for. But yeah, so he's in it. He's just like another agent. Like, I think a lot of the agents that are on Crawford's team he works with are pretty cool. Kind of one note, but it's action movies. They don't need to be like overly complicated. So Rogue kills again, and then Crawford is basically trying to stop him, and he's like one of the few that knows it's Rogue. and because he's trying to stop it because Rogue killed his best friend and his family, and it's like understandable. That's why the scenes with his wife just don't work for me. It's like, so you're just they kill your best friend, fuck you, not just best friend, like your partner for years, and it's just. But secretly, like I said, Rogue starts a rivalry because he kills Lee Chang's. I don't remember the guy's name, but he's one of the workers for Lee. He kills his brother really brutally, like fucking, causes like a chase because he's dressed as like a yakuza. So he brings out like the triads, and then they start like a street war while this is happening. Uh, Rogue kills his brother pretty brutally, honestly. So steps on his leg and then like fucking shoves a sword in his chest like pretty brutally. And then he gives the information at like this restaurant which is ran by the yakuza, and the guys and his army kind of start a shootout there. We get a kind of like a cool little action shootout scene. Then we get a scene where uh, John, Jason Statham is chasing down Rogue, but Rogue manages to get away. And then, and it turns out, Rogue is also working for Shiro. Um, and then Devin, uh, Devin Aoki is his daughter. I actually like her character. I think she does a good job of playing like a kind of a tough evil chick, you know. So, um, he's ordered basically to kill Lee Chang, but also his wife and kid, who they have a scene earlier, and even has a scene with the daughter, and you could tell he doesn't want to do it, but he just has to. So he um, he does it. He kills Lee because initially the guy comes back and then confronts Lee about him, about um, so he kills Lee Chang and then the other guy. Um, then he makes it seem like he kills like Lee's wife and daughter, but he like doesn't. And then they like because there's also like guys outside who say like, "Oh, we gotta investigate." Then Jet Li kills them, and then he meets up with Shiro because he's supposed to give him these horses, which they mentioned throughout the film. And then this is kind of where we get the reveal, basically. So I'm just gonna kind of just jump ahead. He takes out some guys, then faces off against Shiro with a sword. This is where it gets revealed that the real Rogue was killed by, uh, I'm sorry for forgetting names. Tom. After Rogue killed his wife and kid, Rogue tried to kill Tom, but Tom ended up getting the hit. But he decided, um, and he then burns his house down, makes it seem like he burned alive in the fire, gets away, and then gets his face surgically altered. That twist was really good, and even the way it was dropped, it wasn't like I think any other movie they would have made this convoluted as fuck. It was very simple. They even mentioned like surgeons are getting murdered, killed. Sorry, I say murdered. Weird. Um, get killed. Um, even they kind of show you that throughout the film. So now I guess we could call him Tom now. Um, kills Shiro by like pretty brutally. Like a lot of the kills in this movie are pretty brutal, bro. Like I'm not gonna lie, a lot of, and it's not just kung fu. Like there's some sword play, you get some guns, and stuff like that. Then after killing Shiro, he calls Chang's wife and gets a package, and it's the horses, you know. basically say make a new life. Then Kira gets Shiro's head. Pretty brutal. I'm not gonna lie, that scene was good. Like her reaction, and then he calls John and basically says, "Come meet him at a warehouse." Then we get a battle where, because Crawford still thinks Lone is fucking Rogue, but then this is where he finally tells him, to Crawford, yeah, man. So yeah, we get a nice kind of deep moment between the two. Um, so he shoots um, Crawford, um, and then shoots him in the back, and then because Lone, while this is happening, Crawford has the sniper guy, Goy. That's an interesting name, but Lone gets away and gets in his car and kind of drives off. This is a fun little movie. Like, I think the twist in the end was cool. It was just a little simple action flick, and I think sometimes that's what things need to be. And it was interesting, like, they made you really believe that Jet Li was the bad guy. And honestly, like I said, Jet Li would work as a bad guy. I mean, not would. We've seen him as a bad guy in Lethal Weapon 4. He was awesome in that. So, I would not mind him, like, if they give him more villain roles. So, they really do make you believe it's him, and then that twist, which is a sad one, because your best friend doesn't know. He's trying to investigate your murder, but he doesn't know it's you. It's really done well. I think Jason Statham did a good job. You know, it's Jason Statham. You could say he kind of plays himself in a lot of movies, which that's fine. Especially the movies he does. He's not doing like some crazy dramas. He's doing stuff like action films. So it works for his type of movie. Like, he doesn't need to be the greatest actor in the world. Just have a cool British accent, you have a shaved head, shoot motherfuckers. So I all around enjoyed this film. I definitely would recommend it. It's not like my top tier of Jet Li films, especially the ones I've reviewed. But I've enjoyed this one. It's definitely like, I think the twist is probably the best part of the movie, besides like a lot of the action. So out of 10, I'd give this film a 7.5. But other than that, yeah, guys, I'm definitely enjoying this. My next Jet Li film will be next Monday. I think Jet Li Mondays, I might call it. I don't know. But the next one we're going to be doing is Kiss of the Dragon. It's one that came out like that early aughts. Like, a lot of this Jet Li stuff from like that early aughts era, man. He was just on a fucking roll, dude. So, later tonight, I will be reviewing Rocky 5. And like I said, it's not the worst thing in the world. It has some goofy moments. Tommy's not likable, but he's not supposed to be. You have some really good, genuine scenes between Rocky, and his kid. His kid was an okay actor for a kid actor. And obviously, the stuff with Rocky and Adrian's gonna always be gold. Vinny was not Vinny. Sorry, Paulie. I don't know why I said Vinny. Paulie was good. Like, I think there's moments in it. It's definitely a tonal shift. Is a lot darker, especially in the beginning. Man, it gets kind of dark in the beginning. But there is some good. So I will review that later. But other than that, guys, cheers to this movie. Definitely recommend War or Rogue Assassin. I think Rogue Assassin is actually a better name, honestly. But other than that, fuck Warner Brothers. Fuck Disney. Fuck La Bitch James. Fuck Kevin Smith. Fuck bitch ass Colin Kaepernick. Of course, fuck Joe Biden. I'll talk to y'all a little bit later. Peace!